In the last 15 years, Paul Dwarin has published 15 books featuring his protagonist, Maine game warden investigator Mike Bowditch. His books have gotten a lot of acclaim. They have done very well, and he's out with his newest one. It's called Pitch Dark, and he's with us here on 207. You've been here 15 times to talk about 15 novels. It's a streak that I don't think any other writer in Maine can match, Paul.
I intend to keep going, by the way.
Let's talk about this new book. And one of the things that you've done with your previous books about Mike Bowditch is you have fun, I know, moving stories around the state. Sometimes you'll tell a story in the Western Mountains, sometimes on the coast. Maybe you'll be in sort of the Belgrade Lakes region. You can go wherever you want. Where did you want to go geographically with this one?
So Pitch Dark is set in the Jackman area because I really wanted to write about the northern border of the United States. And Jackman is adjacent to Quebec.
That border is something that Mainers really don't think about much, but it's a pretty extraordinary kind of feature, isn't it, to this state?
It is, especially when there's so much attention nationally to the southern border. And here, we're also a border state, people forget. And you can literally just walk across, a passage in the woods and you're in Canada.
What is the basic story that you're telling in Pitch Dark?
It is a chase book, and Mike is the hunter in this book. He is pursuing a fugitive. I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say it's somebody who's trying to get back into Canada.
I think you get readers, you hook readers just by saying it's a chase book, because I think most people like that kind of thing. It's fun certainly to read. It's fun to watch in a movie. Is it fun to write?
It is a blast. I get my adrenaline pumping, and I can sit there and pound away at the keyboard for hours.
The challenge, I would think, is that you've just got to keep ratcheting it up, which is hard to do without having it then become unbelievable and unconvincing. How do you balance that?
Well, one of the ways I do it is I make sure that Mike gets hurt periodically in the book so that you don't think he's bionic.
Yeah, you can't, a Superman character is not really a character that people are going to find a lot of fun to spend time with. What did you do for research on this book? Because I know even though you're writing fiction, you always want to get the details right and educate yourself as well as the readers. So what did you do for research here?
Well, I've done, I've done a ride along with the Border Patrol and spoke with a lot of the wardens who patrol the adjacent districts to the Quebec border. I certainly went up to the slash, which is what they call the passage through the woods between Maine and Canada. And just really try to get the vibe of the place. And Jackman itself is an interesting town because it's very much of a frontier mentality there, and they really embrace it.
It's a different part of Maine, no matter really where you are on the border, with the exception of maybe around the Calais area where there's a lot more traffic back and forth and even up to Holton, I guess. But once you sort of go from Holton counterclockwise, there's not a lot going on that border, at least that we know about.
That we know about is the crucial point, I think.
You, in your acknowledgments, thanked the Maine Commissioner of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. What did she do for you that helped in the writing of this?
Well, so I've known Judy Camuso for many years, since before she had this job. And now that she's in this position where she can boss around all the game wardens, she made sure that everybody who should talk to me did talk to me.
Very helpful.
It is.
As we said, this is the 15th book that you have written about Mike Bowditch. When you wrote the first one, The Poacher's Son, what did you think the future might be for you as a writer?
Not this. No, I often joke that if I had, imagined that I was going to spend the rest of my life metaphorically handcuffed to the warden's service, I don't know what I would have done. But I've had a great career, and I'm so lucky to be able to do what I do.
Well, you've got a lot of readers, and that's because the stories are gripping. Pitch Dark is the new one. Paul, a pleasure, as always.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a year when the next one comes out.
Yes, we will.
Pitch Dark, more information about the book and the author you'll find in the 207 section of our app or website. Stick around. We're going to return right after this.